Hi, we continue our journey with the Python web language today. Very powerful video. This is the third video in the series for learning the Python language. People think Python is very difficult, but not, if you know all the syntax and write the code, it's not that difficult. This is the third video. Please watch my two other videos. The first one is intro. It gives introduction about the Python language and the web world, and install syntax, how to install Python, what are the syntax for the statements of Python. That's second video. This is the third one. Please watch those, then you can understand better. And there is also another video about the Perl language, Perl, watch that too, it will help. Okay, let's come here and continue our journey. In this video, I'm going to tell more about the Python comment statement. I always tell people to put comments in any language. It can be C, C++, Java, JavaScript. So the people after you can understand what it is. Sometimes it can be helpful to you too. You write a program after 10 years, you go and look at your code, something you may not understand. But if you structure the code and put comments for every block, you can browse it very fast, even if it's 1,000 lines of code. Here we are going to talk about the importance of comments and how to comment in Python. Usually in a comment, single line, they'll have like a slash, asterisk, and end of the line for one line comment. Asterisk, slash. If it's multi-line comment in most language, they put a slash, asterisk, lot of lines, and then you have to put asterisk and slash. Python is different. What Python says is, what syntax it wants is, just put a sign, a pound sign, the hash sign for each line of the code. It can be simple, I think, it's good, better, than other language in this context. Let's see the details. It's Python is more readable because it's by interpreter, not compiler. Python uses interpreter because it's only one line commands, same as Perl. It's readable. Testing, you can put in testing mode, development mode. The comments are useful because here I'm going to talk about, you can say here, see here, in the code you can say hash testing mode, hash development mode. There is a difference between these two, While debugging, you will understand. I'll talk about how to debug each program separately in different videos. Sometimes you'll be in development mode, you'll put some logic, you can say pound logic 1, pound logic 2. When you debug, one part of the code will execute faster. So you can always comment out the other parts without deleting it. Because after a year, the other part logic might be good, when you add more code, it happens, With programming, there's always optimization. You can optimize the code at any level, I write a code, I optimize after 6 months, 3 months, or a year. Because new technology is available, even Python versions will be higher. So your code may not run effectively with the previous version. Always keep up to date with the latest Python version, any language. Okay, how we perform these? Python says you have to put a hash, start of the line. See here, examples, and multiple line comments. There are two types, single line comment, multiple line comments. I call it multi-line. Comments and all these things are ignored by the interpreter while interpreting, This is another method of multi-line comment. So we talked about how to comment single lines, how to comment multiple lines. How to comment multiple lines, two methods. There's one method is hash, and then second one is you can use string quotes. This method. What's a quote? You can check your keyboard, Windows or Mac. This is single quotes, double quotes, triple quotes. Mostly we use this for string operations in all the languages, C, C++, C#, Java, JavaScript. I can add more languages, String means always related to characters, displaying string, manipulation of strings. You have to use triple quotes in Python for multi-line comment. In the next video, I'll give an example about the strings and multi-line comment. Here I'm going to talk about single line, multi-line using the hash. Single line example. This is single line sample. See, I put the comment, print single line sample. This is the output you're going to see, single line sample. This is left justified. What is left justified? This is left, default is left justified, middle justified, right justified. Any language, any platform, all languages. So this one is single line example. What is multi-line? Sometimes you want to explain to yourself what you're doing, You wake up in the morning, you can change a little bit, So that's why we put multi-line comments in every block of the code. There can be hundreds of blocks of code. Example, this is multi-line, print, multi-line sample, print, watch intro video first before watching. That's what I want to tell all of you. This is commented out. See, I have 3 print statements. I have commented this one. This one is not commented because I want to display to the audience this one. So watch install syntax video. So when you execute this Python program, what happens is the output is it will print only this one because there is no pound. The interpreter comes here. Okay, you can ignore all this. It doesn't really matter this for the interpreter, but it really matters for you as a programmer, code, app developer, mobile developer, So it will print this line. You need to understand these 2 lines effectively. I talked about testing and development mode. Usually when you start writing a project, a project is given to you, start with algorithms, flowcharts. Algorithm is step-by-step instruction, what you're going to do. Flowchart is process model. Create flowcharts. There are a lot of software available, but I always use my hand to create all the algorithms, flowcharts, That's how we grew up. It's very effective, And then finally we write the program. Please watch my how to write algorithms, how to write flowcharts. One of my previous videos for C language, I put together a 1-hour video which explains when a project is given, how to create algorithm, flowchart, end up with the program. And development mode, testing mode, very important. There are 3 modes for any project. First you start writing code, you're in development mode. You can change the logic, put comments, execute, debug. Second is when you're sure it works, testing mode. And you can test different logics within the same program for a project. And then production mode. After testing, the 3rd stage is production mode. You're confident everything is working for every test cases. Once a program works, you can't submit immediately. You got to test like 100 things before it goes to the production live. That's the cycle, Development mode, testing mode, production mode. I'll explain in another video with an example how it works for any language, Please watch my other programming languages, C, C++, C#, C#, Java, JavaScript, HTML, CSS. I have separate videos, beginner level for all these. Now we are going to switch to beginner and intermediate level. I am taking all the languages at the same level. So watch this language, my videos carefully, and progressively you can improve your coding. Bye.